Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video, and today we're here for the opening round of the Vision Gaming Network Aussie V8 series. Today we're here at Silverstone. I'm driving the Nissan Altima for this series. I sort of wanted to go for something a little bit different, as up to this point it was basically just a Ford series, but as you can see there are now a couple of Holdens and Nissans alongside me. And yeah, for this first week I was actually able to get the car on pole. It was an okay lap from myself, and we're just going straight from go. So it is lights out and away we go. They are not off to a particularly good start, struggling to get the power down in towards turn 1. It's going to give RSL Flex a very good opportunity down in towards turn 1 there. He breaks very late there, runs me out wide on the corner there. Luckily I'm able to sneak back around the outside there, but Foxy Gaming HD is going to be able to get the pair of us there through the opening couple of corners and move himself up into the lead of this race. But we're not done with that just yet. We're going to try and get the nose back down the inside there. Harsh but fair. We're going to be able to get the nose up the inside, and then we're back up into the lead through the next corner. So we lost the lead prematurely, then we were able to get back up, use the first opportunity that did arise here. So happy with that one there. He's coming down the back straight. As you can see, he is still just 20 feet behind me here, so we are still definitely able to defend from this one. Run horrifically deep in through the next corner there, and he's going to be on the outside through the old final corner. Is he going to be able to get a switchback move? We're going to try and stop him from doing so there, and that's what we were able to do. Get the back end placed quite nicely there, and that's going to stop him able to go for the cutback move there. It's quite a move that I like to do a fair bit on this game, you know, just cover off the undercut and the switchback moves on here. But as we come through the old turn 1 here, I have to drop the car back down to 5th gear. That can just about maintain 100 miles an hour through that corner, which isn't exactly too bad for an Aussie V8. But yeah, we are able to hold on to the lead. Now it's a case of just trying to build up a bit of a gap here. Foxy Gaming is a very quick driver on Forza, but you know, I like to think I'm pretty decent as well on this game, so hopefully we'll be able to hold on, try to get the power out nice and early out onto the back straight there. Get on a little bit too early, have to bail out of the throttle ever so slightly, and that's going to give Foxy a potential run down this back straight here. Is he going to be able to make any sort of move work in towards the final couple of corners of the lap? No, he doesn't. He thinks about it, but we give him the room on the inside there, but he just thinks better of it in through the final couple of corners there. Try to get the power nice and early out of the final corner there, but we do get on the power just that little bit earlier. Once again, he thinks about going for a move up the inside through the final chicane of the lap, but we do hold on for the lead of the race so far here, and that's been an okay start to the opening lap there. Unfortunately, we lost the lead off the start, and we were able to gain it back nice and quickly there. And now we're just, as I said, trying to create a bit of a gap over Foxy, but it is quite difficult to do. You know, he's taking a lot of curb through a turn 1 there, but he's doing absolutely everything he needs to just sit on my rear end and try and force me into a bit of an error here as we come through the first couple of corners on lap 2 here. All we're trying to do is just focus on getting the power down nice and tightly here. No wheel spin is the best thing to do in these Aussie V8s there, and that's what we're able to do out onto the back straight there. A little bit of the back end kick as you go through that kink there, and honestly from there we were just able to build up the gap, and after that Foxy wasn't really able to apply too much pressure between then and the end of the race there. He would come through for P2, but through the final couple of corners of the opening round of this series we're going to come through pole to the race victory there. We lost the lead for the first couple of corners, but we were just able to hold on from there, and it would be the race victory in the opening round of the series there. But safe to say race 2 of this evening is certainly a bit more hectic there. See, Foxy comes through for P2 ahead of Vision Thing, Rice CX, Tiggerwoo, Wookie, and then further down the order. The second race of the night is actually a reverse grid race as well, which should be ever so exciting here. So, a top 10 reverse grid. So we are all the way down in P10, ready for the start of this one. But on the grid once more for the second round of the night, it is lights out and away we go once more. They're trying to get a bit of a cleaner start, but once again it doesn't really help that Foxy Gaming. He's clearly got a car set up for launching here as he just gets all the way up to P7 through turn 1 there. We just try to find any run, but unfortunately no opportunity does arise. We're going to be on the outside of Vision Thing as we come in towards turn 2 there. Rice CX comes across my line there, and he runs actually a little bit wide there, makes a second mistake, so we are going to be able to move up there. Right, he dives it back down the inside there. A lot of bumping and bashing between drivers up the road there, but Tiggerwoo is actually going to get hung out to dry on the outside there. We're up to P6 somehow. We're just able to slot it cleanly on the inside, and now we're in a bit of a drag race with Rice CX. That Ford though, so quick down the straight. Don't think we're really going to be able to do any sort of hassle. He tries to dive it down the inside of Flex there. A very aggressive move from Rye, but he does hold on to P5 there. Now we're trying to go for a bit of a switchback move on him, but we can't do that. Foxy is up the inside there, so we're going to have to try and focus on getting on the power nice and tight there. Foxy tries to get on the power even earlier, but just runs himself out of the wheel spin and the grip there, so we will only slot in back into P7 here. So it's been an okay start to this race as we come through the old turn 1 here, trying to get calm nicely on the curbs, trying to go for a bit of a, slow in, fast out kind of strategy. Foxy trying to use all the track space and a little bit more just behind me here, but yeah, we're still all over the back of Rice the exit. Everyone takes different lines through this corner. Rally Cap getting it a little bit, a little bit wrong there as RSR Flex feels the brunt of that one. Right around the outside of Flex. Is he going to be able to make this work? They're going to be side by side out onto the back straight there. A little bit of contact maybe between the pair of them there, and unfortunately, I'm the one that gets caught out by that one. Foxy is going to be able to capitalise on that. 3-car overtake. What a brilliant move by him up into P4 of this race. But now we're trying to look to the outside of Flex here through the final couple of corners. Not able to make that work. We're going to try and focus on getting the power out of the corner to the outside of Flex in towards the final couple of corners of the lap. We break at almost the same point now. I'm going to try and swing it around the outside. Rye makes a bit of a mistake there, so we might be able to make this work there. Flex on the outside through the final corner of the lap, gets on the power nice and early there, but runs himself a little bit wide, but he does hold on to the place there. We're going to be side by side in towards turn 1. Who is going to come out on top? I think it's going to be me on the inside. We take a lot of curb through the corner, but Flex once again has come back at me here. What a fantastic move that is by him. But we are going to be on the inside for the next corner there. Ride does once again try to get back down the inside there. We do give him the room on the inside, but a little bit too early on the power from him means we're able to hold on to P5 there. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel, sorry, I say wheel-to-wheel contact. It's bumper-to-bumper contact on the exit of the corner there as he tries to get nice and early on the power. And now just a few corners later, we're all over the back of a Rally Cap here as we come out in towards the old sector 1, in towards the final sector of the new lap here. Are we going to be able to make any sort of moves work? We tried to have a look around the outside in towards the final corner. Oh, a little bit of contact made there, and I did wait up for a Rally Cap in that one, as that was probably, well, it was definitely my fault there. I wasn't expecting him to take the line there, and unfortunately the collision model on this game, very unrewarding. But after that, he did say, just go through. He didn't really want to try and fight with me any more than that, so, I'll take the place once again, although I've definitely lost out quite a bit of time from that little bit of action there. So now we're behind the Flex once more here, and on lap 3, it's going to get a little bit hectic down at the back straight. You see, everyone is so tightly bunched up at this stage of the race. Rye is going to try and look back down the inside of Flex there. It's been quite a few times we've said that so far this race. He's going to budge Wookie out wide through one of the final corners of the lap, and we're just going to try and slot in anywhere we can. We're going to move to the inside of Wookie here, and that's going to be a 3-car overtake as we come in towards the final couple of corners. Flex and Rye on the outside, and quite a bit of contact between the pair of them there. Stars us up into P3 of this race now, behind Foxy and Freebie here. So what an action-packed opening few laps it has been of this race there, and we find ourselves back up now into the podium places. Oh wow, I'd love to be able to get 2 wins in the opening round of this series here. Through the first corner there, and we're all over the back of Freebie here. We tried to have a look to the outside, but he's going to run a little bit deep through the corner, so we tried to get the switchback move on him on the exit there. Cannot make that work. Once again, try and make the switchback move work. No, we don't. We hang it on the outside there, and unfortunately cannot make that move work just yet. But he makes a bit of a mistake out through the kinks. So easy to lose the back end just ever so slightly through there, and now we're going to be on the inside in towards the next couple of corners of this lap. Is he going to be able to hold it around the outside? He's certainly going to try to do so there. Wookie is going to try and follow me through. We try to park it nice and tidily on the apex, just remain in control of the situation there. And now we move ourselves up into P2 once more. Now behind Foxy Gaming once more in this race. A little bit of an FPS drop there. I must apologise for that one there. But yeah, we're still on the back of Foxy here, so hopefully we can try and get back up to him and try to capitalise and try to get into the lead for the second time of the evening here. Through the old turn 1 we go, and now 1 lap later we're now all over the back of Foxy. Are we going to be able to make any sort of move? He's going to go defensive in towards the next couple of corners here, starting sector 2 of the lap, but we do try to keep it nice and tidy here. Are we going to be able to make any sort of move? He runs a little bit wide through the next corner. We're just trying to focus on getting the cutback lines round this middle part of the lap here. Are we going to be able to do so? No, unfortunately we can't. Run a little bit wide, take up a lot of curb and even out onto the grass, but we do get quite a good little run here. But Foxy just has that little bit extra at the top end. We're going to bait to the inside then, just make him think, we might be trying to go for the lunge and then move back to the outside on the exit of the corner there. And we've been able to make that work to absolute perfection here. Are we going to be able to get the move work up in towards the next corner, though? We're going to still be side by side here. Who is going to come out on top? Foxy breaks incredibly late through the corner, just about keeps it on the tarmac there, and he will be able to capitalise on that one and hold on to the position here. But we're going to get very good traction on the exit of the corner. All this battling is doing is bringing Wookie back into this as well there. Foxy gets a good run out of the corner there. Now Wookie's going to be able to have a look to the outside. That Ford just so quick down the straight here. Who is going to come out on top? We try to hold on to the place there. We almost go for a move accidentally on Foxy there, but he doesn't get a particularly good drive out of the corner as well though. We try to look to the inside, but he covers that off, so we're going to be on the outside there, and unfortunately just a little bit of contact there, and we get stuck together, and that was not what we needed in this race. Wookie's going to be able to move up into the lead there, and I'm going to wait up for Foxy there. Unfortunately, Forza have changed the way the hit registration works now, so it's actually done server side rather than client, which he basically screwed up the pairers there, unfortunately. But yeah, I am waiting for Foxy Gaming here, because obviously, you know, it was a very... I don't want to make any enemies in this series. And there he is. We're going to bail out to the inside through the first chicane, well, through the first couple of corners there. And unfortunately, that's going to send me right down to P9 once more in this race. So once again, we're trying to do a lap, well, basically a last to first in this race once again here. We got Rally Cap once again, the first car that I need to try and fight with here. And you see Foxy just a couple of cars up the road here, still fighting. I think that's with ATP Freebie. So as we come through on towards the back straight here, are we going to be able to make any sort of move work on Rally Cap? We do get a very good drive on the exit of the corner there, and we are going to be up the inside. He's going to give me the room on the inside once more there, and we'll slot ourselves back up into P8 of this race. He does get a bit of a switchback move there, so maybe he's going to have a look up the inside through turn 1, but just that little bit later on the brakes. Don't give him the opportunity to do so. And yeah, we are back up now comfortably into P8 of this race once more here. Freebie now and Foxy still having a bit of a battle here as we come through the next couple of corners. All we're trying to do is just focus on making sure that we take the correct racing lines to gain ourselves the most time as possible here. And now we're all over the back of Freebie as we come out onto the back straight. Yeah, are we going to be able to make any sort of moves work on the hold and drive it? I don't think we're going to be able to just yet here. We're going to be nice and late on the brakes there, though, just trying to make sure that he knows, you know, we are a threat to this position. He doesn't get a particularly good run on the exit of the corner there. We're going to be right around the outside in towards the final couple of corners. Foxy, though, has had a controller disconnect and just absolutely walloped the tyre barrier there. That is very unfortunate for him there, and that's going to be him out of the second round of the night there. Very unfortunate for him there. But yeah, a couple of laps later now, all over the back of Tigger, with the pit stop phase of the race had now started. So we were now slowly but surely moving our way back up through the order here. And Tigger just in front of me here as we come through turn 1. Are we going to be able to make any sort of move work? I don't think we are. He does take a much better line on the exit of the corner. We try to look to the outside, but he does squeeze me out wide there. Now through turn 3 and turn 4, we're still trying to capitalise on any opportunity that we can make there. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel, well, a little bit of bumper-to-bumper contact even, I should say there. And unfortunately, we dip a wheel out wide onto the grass there, but Tigger's not going to get the run on the exit of the corner there. That's going to give us the opportunity up the inside there. But the Ford, once again, just look at that straight line speed at the top end. Pretty crazy if you ask me there, but obviously that's just the way the Ford is built on this game. But we do make the move work. We do hang him out to dry through the next part of the corner, and that is us now back up into the podium places of this race once more here. So overall, you know, even if we were just able to come through for a podium, I would certainly take that. And now by the end of lap 15, the start of 16 here, we're now back up to RyCX as well here. Wookie is looking completely in control of this race at this stage of the data. We set a 2:05.4 on that lap there, my second 2:05.4 of the race, if I'm not mistaken. And then don't get anywhere near the apex through turn 1 here. But unfortunately, as you can see, through turn 1, Wookie there has been caught out by the curbs and sent into the barrier. So that has not been the ideal race for him there. That has been a costly Forza-esque error there. And unfortunately for him, yeah, that's just really costing him. The curbs around this track and these Aussie V8s can be absolutely deadly. They're almost like the Forza 6 death curbs that we used to find around all sorts of places on that game there. So very unfortunate for Wookie. Just got the wheel out on the grass and lit up the rear tyres there. But that means I'm now back up into P2 of the race, and hassling now, hopefully going to be hassling Rye for the race victory here with just 3 laps to go. Are we going to be able to get the car close enough to really go for any overtaking opportunities series? Very, very early on the power there, but early isn't always the best thing to do in this car. You know, sometimes just want to run a little bit tighter of a line and then get on the power nice and comfortably. Less wheel spin is the key in this car there, and as we come through the old turn one, we're just trying to take nice amounts of curb there, using up all of the track space, but no more. You know, you've got to keep the wheels, 2 wheels between the white lines as much as possible here, and you can see we're just closing the gap to right here as we come through this next, well, sector of the lap. The gap's now down to just 80, 70 feet, and sort of fluctuating between the two, and Ryan makes a big mistake out onto the black straight there. That is not what he needed, out onto the grass there, and that's going to be a golden opportunity for myself. Are we going to be able to make a move work down at the black straight here? It's going to be a drag race there. The Ford, even with that big mistake, is still going to be able to hang on through in towards the final couple of corners of that lap, but we try to swing it right around the outside of right here. Are we going to be able to make that work? Yes, we do. Use up the curb just a little bit there, but we do make the move work. He's going to try to hang it around the outside in towards the final couple of corners, but we do park the car nice and tidily on the apex there. So that's going to be us back up into the lead of the VGN Aussie V8 series here through the final couple of corners of the lap we go, and now it's just a case trying to hold on through these final couple of laps of the race here. Just don't make any mistakes, focus on our own lines here, and hopefully Rye won't be able to get any sort of opportunity to make overtakes here through the final few corners of the race we go though, and that is what we were able to do by the very end there. Holding on to the through the final couple of corners we go though to end off the night, and it is going to be 2 race victories there. Absolutely everything that I could have asked for. I got a little bit lucky in the second one there, but you know, we'll certainly take the victories when they do come our way there. So it's going to be pole position, fastest lap in both races, and 2 victories there. Very, very happy with that, and that's going to give me a good points haul as we move into the next round of the season here. I will have a quick look at the points at the end of this race there, but it's going to be myself ahead of Rye, Wookie, Tigger, Vision Thing, Freebie, Flex, Big White Dog, Rally Cap, GT Racer, and Foxy, unfortunately not making it through to the end of that race. In terms of the points then, as you can see, we are currently a lead in the way, 21 clear of Rye CX on the full possible 70 there. Wookie is in P3 there on 43, tied with Foxy, with Vision Thing just 1 point back as well. Tigger, Flex, Freebie, Big White Dog, Rally, and then GT3 Racer 21 as well down at the rear of the field. But there we are then, guys. That has been the end of week 1 of the Vision Gaming Network Aussie V8. Hopefully, if you're new, you have liked and subscribed, and I will see you guys next time out for Watkins Glen.